Good evening, Otherworldlies. This is Queen Juliana, your dark mask diva. Alright, so the topic of this content is pretty privilege. Yes, it is a very popular topic on YouTube, so I'm glad you clicked on the video. I'm glad it's one of your subjects. Glad you like it. So here's my take on it. I've talked about it before, I'm pretty sure. The thing about pretty privilege is, yes, it's very real. It's the halo effect. I think most people would agree that it's something real, whether you have it or you know somebody who has it. You feel like you don't have it. Whatever side of pretty privilege that you're on, whether you feel like you have it or you don't, I think most people agree that it exists. Okay, my whole thing was I was on Quora tonight and I ran into somebody who thinks that it does not exist, and I was like, what? Okay, this person is asserting that it is kind of a conspiracy and it is not, pretty privilege is not real. I'm thinking, yeah, no, people judge people on basis of appearance. Okay, that is something very real. Okay, you get preferential treatment because of the way you look. That is, that's how society works. Okay, people are prejudiced against you because of the way you look. People like you more because of the way you look. Okay, that's just how society works. Whether it's fair or it's not fair, that's the way society works. And I didn't make the rules, okay? But this person is asserting that the concept of pretty privilege is just a way to slander good-looking people. Okay, no. Good-looking people are not evil. Pretty privilege is not a way to slander good-looking people. The good-looking people are not this way to do mean things to the not-so-good-looking people. The good-looking people are simply reaping the benefits of winning the genetic lottery, or knowing how to wear makeup the right way, or knowing how to put clothes on a good way, or just having good hygiene, or just having a good personality, or whatever it is that is making them acceptable to the people around them, okay? That's making them attractive to the people around them. They are somehow getting ahead in society, all right? So they are attractive to others, whether it is a combination of the way they look or their personality or whatever it happens to be that is making them attractive to others. Okay, it is not a conspiracy. Pretty privilege is something that is very real, and that does not make them bad people for having it. Alright, pretty privilege is not a myth. So it is based on the halo effect, which means people assume that you are more competent, you are more intelligent, you are probably a nicer person. And the fact is you might be a nicer person. And do you know why that is? It's probably because people are nicer to you. People are nicer to you when you're more attractive. They tend to pick on you less. All right? Now, that is depending on the people you're around. Now, if you're around a bunch of people who say are jealous of you, yeah, they're going to pick on you. If you have pretty privilege, it works against you if you are the minority as the pretty person. Those people, if they are a big group of people who are unattractive, they are going to pick on you for being the outlier. Okay, so that is when pretty privilege works against you. And it's not such a privilege, is it? They are going to, you are going to trigger insecurity in other people. And if there are a lot more of them than there are of you, they are going to gang up on you, okay? Pretty privilege is going to be something negative, okay? And I don't know why they're still calling it pretty privilege, but it is the same concept, but it is something that works in a negative way. All right, but it is still based on the concept that you are the more attractive one, having the more advantages in society, so the other people are taking it out on you. All right, so it is resentment from less attractive people. Okay, the attractive people are not purposely setting out to create disadvantages. Okay, what the attractive people are doing are naturally being more attractive. Okay, and what they're doing, they don't get up and set out to go, I'm gonna go get free stuff today. I'm gonna go out and do things to give unattractive people disadvantages today. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go make things unfair for everybody else by being attractive. That's not what attractive people are doing, okay? I'm going to go and take my pretty privilege and make life unfair for everybody. That's not what attractive people are doing, okay? They're simply just going, they may not even be thinking about what they look like. And they're probably not, because you know what? Because they don't have to. Okay, they probably take it for granted that they're so good looking. They probably get ready, they look nice. Okay, they don't have to do much to look nice. They just look nice. They leave the house. They go to like Starbucks. They probably get a free coffee, and they think the barista is just being nice. Okay. And if somebody average looking or below average looking gets a free drink, it's because the barista probably accidentally made an extra one, or that person is a regular customer. All right, and that person just feels so lucky that they got like an extra coffee that day. But the attractive person just thinks, oh, how nice! The world is such a great place. I mean, because attractive people tend to view the world as a better place than unattractive people tend to view the world. Unattractive people tend to have more of a negative outlook about society as a whole. Why? Because they're not treated as well as attractive people. All right? When you have pretty privilege, you tend to think the world is a better place because you were treated better. Okay? Now, sometimes when you have pretty privilege, it's working against you if you grew up in a family where everybody was jealous of you and they were mean to you. You might have a bad attitude. Okay? So that might have worked against you. Your pretty privilege might have been something negative. And then as soon as you left the house, everybody was nice to you. So it balanced out. You still had that pretty privilege because the world as a whole was nicer to you. All right? Now, as far as my pretty privilege went, I had a lot of negative experiences early in life with my pretty privilege, but as I got older, my pretty privilege benefited me more. Now, I'm a mature woman. My pretty privilege has done me more favors in my older life. It was more of a hindrance. It was more of a problem when I was younger. It gave me just a lot of problems as a younger person. Okay, I just had a lot of people picking on me as a younger person for my pretty privilege. Now, when I got older, that's when the benefits started rolling in. That's when it started becoming something nice. But I had to be an older person before my pretty privilege became something nice. Okay, so I had to wait a long time before it became something good. I had to become very mature before it was something positive. Okay, but for a long time it was something where I was more of an outlier, and people were just mean to me. I'll keep it real. Okay, my pretty privilege is something that was only nice to me in my mature age. But now I'm getting more benefits as an older person. I know, that's very ironic. So you can go through different phases in your life where your pretty privilege is a bad thing and then it turns into a good thing, or it's a good thing and then you lose it, or you go through different phases where you have it, you don't have it, you have it, you don't have it. Okay, some people never have it, some people never lose it. It's just one of those things where some people are just average, so it's not like they're treated poorly, or it's not like they're treated special. They just go through life and they just have a normal experience. Okay, so they don't have to ever be treated badly, and they are never just really given the red carpet treatment either. Okay, so they don't have any backlash, and they don't have any really their spotlight's never really on them either. So there's that. Okay, so the person who's saying that pretty privilege is a myth, it absolutely is not, and there is nothing evil about good-looking people. Now, you can just say there's nothing evil about somebody who's unattractive either. Some people are simply not genetically blessed. Okay, sometimes they come out, their features are not nice. Okay, what you need to do if you're not attractive, you need to try to make yourself look as attractive as possible. Okay, just because you're not naturally good looking doesn't mean you don't need to take care of yourself. You need to still have pride in yourself. You need to still love yourself. Okay, you don't need to just go around and not be hygienic and not love yourself. You need to love yourself. You need to take care of yourself. You need to treat yourself like you're attractive. You need to treat yourself like a person of worth and value, and you need to act like you're attractive. Okay, you need to hold yourself in high esteem. All right. Just because you don't have the best features doesn't mean you can't make the most of yourself, that you can't fancy yourself up, that you can't have style and swag and do all these things, because I've seen some people who were not technically attractive, but they made themselves attractive. You know, their personality made up for it, their style made up for it, their riz made up for it. I mean, you don't have to technically be all that to really be all that. I mean, you know, but if some people just have pretty privilege. So for the person who just said, you know, pretty privilege is a myth, stop trying to push that agenda. That is just, no, pretty privilege is not a myth. I've suffered because of it, and I've benefited because of it. It is something just that's absolutely real, and stop saying silly things on the internet. All right? So that's what I have to say about pretty privilege. I hope you enjoyed this content, and you guys have a beautiful day, and I will see you in the next one. I hope you enjoyed this. Bye-bye.